Can't choose who you're in love with. And that's the story of our time here on GHP Spotlight. I say it's 10 years. Can't choose who you're in love with. And I'm in love with Frank. I can't help it.
Ooh.
Welcome, everybody. We got surprised. I said there'd be no shows. I said like 10 times. I lied. No, I actually told Frank a couple days ago because I watched all this weekend. So much happened, Frank. Like, I mean, it's like full. I mean,
Yeah.
full steam ahead, kids. They ain't kidding. The storylines. I mean, pacing is not even. That's not a problem anymore. They're just going right ahead. So I thought we got to talk about it. I don't want to wait 2 weeks. I want to talk about it. And Frank happened to be busy. Thank you, Frank, for you not being busy.
Always there for you, always there for the fans.
See,
Always there for GH.
for Eddie going. Okay. So we're here. We're going to talk about. Oh, quiet, James. No, I actually told Frank a couple days ago. Quiet. I watched all this weekend. Quiet. So much happened, Frank. Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, it's like I can't get myself quiet. Yeah. There we go. Cheese and crackers. Okay. Hi, Keita on Quebec. I found out, Keita, my ancestry got updated, and I am 1% from Quebec.
Whoa. All right.
I've been there before. I've been to Quebec. I've been there. So I'm into Montreal.
We?
I don't know. You guys, we're going to talk General Hospital. Before we start talking General Hospital, the other shows are not on. So this was, they weren't on today at all because of the Emmys. They'll be back next week, along with this show. I'll be back all next week, Beyond the Gates. Y&R, Bold and Beautiful, and General Hospital will be back next week. We'll be talking. The ladies will talk to you. I know you guys have some burning questions about what happened to me and what's going on. I'm going to ask it. Frankie doesn't even know either. He has no idea. Frank's going to learn, but you guys are learning at the same time. So come on in. Pile in. Pile in. I got a story to tell. I got like 7. Get a glass or something. Sit down, and we're going to talk all about it. You're right, I said I lied. We are on today. I made the announcement a couple days ago. We decided to come on. Too much to talk about. Too much to talk about. As you guys are coming in, I told you those church announcements. There's no audition days today either, obviously, because they're at the Emmys. But they are starting to post some of their interviews. So you check out audition days and their interviews. And I'll tell you guys, number one, I don't know if you guys have heard this. There's like two things that are related to this, but I don't know if you had heard this. On December 31st, no more MTV. And I don't know how, I mean, it's weird because they haven't shown a video in like 2,000 years. But the younger me feels a little sad about that. It's kind of right?
Yeah, that man, to think like how much of a cultural impact I mean it understates it, even just to say that MTV was uh yeah, but then just embracing when they made that turn, starting with the real world, they
Yep.
started, what happens when stop being polite and start getting real. Finally just embracing the full form of reality.
I think the downfall was road rules. Just kidding.
No.
I should watch road rules. That's not. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Sorry. Downfall was VH1. No, that was a downfall. No, I was a Headbangers Ball guy. I was a MTV Raps guy. I was 120 Minutes guy. I loved all those shows, and we had an illegal back box when I was a kid. So we were the first person on my block to have MTV back in 1981, Frank. Back when we had a beta machine, not VHS, beta. That's supposed to be better than VHS, Frank. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
It last. So MTV still shows videos, barely Rodelli. That's the whole point. It is not. It used to be 24-hour of videos.
Yeah.
So unless you're from that time period from the 80s and 90s, you'll have no idea what it really was like in the heyday. And it was really a cultural. It's bigger than we can even talk about this on the show. It's bigger than all of us.
I mean, just think of Michael Jackson's Thriller. That was appointment watching.
Yes.
When they announced that that's coming out. You were glued to see your TV at that time because
Yes.
you wanted to see it as soon as
I did. We were here in my house here where I live in the front room. That premiere of this video because it was like a movie. Remember, it was like a movie.
Yes, you're like 40 minutes.
Yes. When they banned Madonna's "Justify My Love," I ran out and bought this little single. I was like, I'm buying it. And I was like, MTV will show up. Then they start showing it at 11:30 at night. MTV Spring Break. I used to have a shirt from MTV. It used to be an MTV store in New York. It used to be in New York. And I got the MTV Beach House shirt from '03. Can't wear it anymore. I have it somewhere in the house. But I remember going there and buying MTV merch. The MTV store in New York. End of an era. And while I was bringing this up too, we had 2 deaths this week. We have deaths every week now. And both of them affected my life actually over the years. One is D'Angelo, who I was a fan of his work. Speaking of video, you're going on that video for Untitled, where it goes back and back, and he has no clothes on, and he goes forward and forward. He has no clothes. That video is legendary. And then second, Ace Frehley from Kiss.
Yes.
Um,
Man,
my
it's gone.
my sister had. So if you guys are old enough, Kiss was so over the top. They did this one year. They each released a solo album, but together, my sister had all 4 albums. I wish I had them now. They each had like a hit off in it, kind of here and there, but they all had solo albums with the makeup on, and it was a whole big deal. Um, I've never seen Kiss in concert, but I have much of their work. Frank, what are your thoughts on Kiss?
Uh, I thought they were, I mean, I was such a huge fan as a kid. I mean, it was like they were singing superheroes to me because they're all, for me, it was like, oh, they're in costume. I mean, they had their own comic book where they put some of their own blood
Yes,
in. Man, they had and they had their own TV movie.
yes,
Uh, oh, I mean, I was just all in on the Kiss.
they were huge. And then Frank was in the Kiss. Can you imagine that? I don't know what that's that. I love it. Uh,
I did that was my second concert. I got to see them. But they were, I think by that point they had taken the makeup off.
oh, Mask Off, yeah, by then, yeah,
Yeah.
Unmasked was their big thing in the '80s. They went back to makeup later. I don't surprise you guys. Uh, I did say there was no shows today. There wasn't. We're the only one coming out today. So yes. So welcome. Come on in. So Thursday, I'm gonna tell you why what's going on. But yes, TRL, spring break, all this stuff. There's a lot. I just want to give it its due. To say thank you for MTV for enriching my life because it was literally all the British second British invasion. I was a Durrani when we started. We would have there's a lot of music I would have learned of if it hadn't been for MTV. They made videos. It brought back so many careers. It was such a it's like Frank said, just such a we can't even encapsulate it here on the show.
Let's try.
Okay,
Let's try.
for the next 3 hours, we're gonna talk about MTV. Fuck General Hospital. No, we're gonna talk General Hospital. Leading into that, before we start, I gotta tell you my Emmy story, you guys, because I know you guys are wondering what happened to James Lott Jr. if you have not heard already. Number one, Tammy Govea was just here and dropped off the cameras with all the footage. Um, James Lott Jr. got a phone call from his doctor Thursday night, the night before the Emmys. James, you have to quarantine now. You are contagious. Now, some of you know I have cancer. Some of you know I have some diabetes issues. Guess what James got at age 56 years old?
COVID?
No, chicken pox.
What? First time?
Yep. James Lott Jr. had chicken pox. So when I was sick last week, that's what I had. But I got the kind without the rash. So I was contagious this week. And I needed to quarantine. Yes, chickenpox, kids. Now, I bring chat. I know you're sorry. Let me explain a little something to you. I'm going to the weeds of this. When I was a child, I was a poor black child. No, when I was a child, I got the vaccinations. Um, at age 30, I got mumps for the first time. And I was like, what the fuck? That's what I said. The doctor told me if you got vaccinated between 1968 and 1975. They're learning the vaccines weren't as lifelong and strong as they thought they were. That's during the time I got vaccinated. I started school in 1973. So I had no childhood diseases, never got measles, none of that stuff. I got it as an adult. So, cut to age 56, 26 years later, I got, yes, chickenpox. But I wasn't sick anymore. I felt fine. I'm going to the Emmys. I waited 2 years after all, yes, before after all this drama, I said it would take my dead and mangled body to keep me from the Emmys. Well, because it sounds contagious. So it was like around 8 o'clock at night. What we're going to do? So I felt it was too late to call you, Frank, for the next day. Amanda's too far away, so I can't get her. Candace calls me and says, I'm in town for the Emmys. I'm just going to go to it. I said, Candace, do you want to step up and be an Emmy interviewer with Tammy Govea? And she says, the Emmy president set me up. Mick Floyd, you get comment of the day. That wins very much. They did set me up. No. So Candace, I made her dreams come true. She cried the whole thing. Because she had never done before. So that's a little piece of consolation. But she said, I'll do it. And I said, Tammy, you'll be in charge. You have to come to my house tonight. Because they start in the morning. The whole thing, the Emmys, they had to be there like 11:30. So I said it was too, they had no camera. I have the camera. Tammy lives where Frank lives, about 30 miles away from me. So Tammy and her man drove down to Inglewood. Through the door, I sprayed everything down, gave them everything. They tested it out that night. And then that morning, I had to answer a few questions for them. And then they went to the Emmys and they did the Emmys. So shout out to Candace Mack and Tammy Govea for holding it down for JLJ Media. Frank, what is your first reaction to all that?
That's bonkers, but it's a it's a great yet unfortunate story. I mean, if it's
Right.
truly there needed to be something super out of the blue to be able to take you out from going to the Emmys.
Yeah.
Uh, Getting chickenpox. Phew. That's man, not what you expect at
Nope.
all.
Nope. It'd be so soapy if Candy made the call to get the job. Very much a Nina plan. You guys are hilarious. Um, so I was devastated and salty, and there were some cuss words and tears, and like I said, hissing and spitting, and shake my fist to the man above. Um, but as I'm a doer and a fixer, I got figured out. JLJ Media is still invited, and Tammy's on the list. So I'll shout out to this girl named Erin from Smith House. I texted her. I mean, I messaged her that night, and she was on it. It was like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, "Can you change it to Candace Mag?" And they're like, "Okay." They did, and it was a shit show. But the Emmy stuff, I'll talk about for sure on my show Tuesday. Me, Walker Ragsdale, Candace Mack, and Jerry Waggle talking about all the Emmy stuff on that show Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern. You know it will be real and crazy. So, but we got to mention a couple of things because this is part of the week. We have some winners, and I do want to mention them. But thank you, everybody. I'm not. I don't feel sick. I know I just want to tell you that. Now I'm not contagious anymore. Apparently, I'm coming out of contagious stage.
Uh, so had the Emmys been this Friday, you would have been set.
Perfect. Oh yeah, perfect. Or if the Emmys had been in June, when they were supposed to have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. So yeah, I'm salty and everything. The whole thing. Oh yeah, it's all crazy. But I'm
Well,
getting over it.
but they also had to save the money up so they could put on a really good show. Uh, so
Again. We'll talk about that. I'll talk about that on the other show because I got a lot to say about this tired ass show they put on. We got some winners, folks. and I want Frank's
Winners. We got winners.
winners. I want Frank's takes on them. Ailey Mills won again.
I don't understand that one at all. I mean, no shade against her. She's doing what, she was brought in to say those lines that were written. But boy, that was such ugh, a stinker of a storyline. Uh,
I didn't pick her. I did not pick her as the winner. So I was like, huh? Um, Here's one that I didn't pick either. Jonathan Jackson.
that was the craziest one for me because, boy, I mean, I guess you get away because it is just one episode you're submitting, right? So, you know, I'm sure given his soap opera legacy and during his very boring, very underused and underserved run, I am sure there was one episode where he really he gets a chance to really show his chops. Maybe it's when he's imagining Elizabeth when he's in the prison cell and all that. I don't know, whatever it was, but yeah, I'm sure out of all that you could carve one episode that had a chance to let him shine a bit. But still,
Again,
amazing.
again, he was good.
I get no fault of his own.
Right.
He just wasn't given anything.
He wasn't given anything. So the episode he turned in was him not being able to help Lulu. It was good. But Quincy, I'm with you. It should have been Gregory Harrison.
Yes.
I think everybody agree. I think when I was on another show, we all agree it should have been Gregory Harrison. Just hands down. I think it should have been him.
Ugh. Man.
Yeah, it's not true. So, yeah, I mean, it was the whole thing. Like, and Taj was pretty good too in his scenes. So if he got it, I wouldn't have been upset either if he got it. I'd be like, okay, at least something different. But I really do think Gregory Harrison was robbed. So that's just me on that one. But that's how it goes. Big winner, obviously best show. People were cracking on that online. I saw, but it is to me. I watch all the shows. It is one of the better shows out there. I'm sorry, kids. No, it's not YNR. It ain't bold. It is. But lead actress, Nancy Lee Grahn. I'm gonna make this statement, folks. I made this statement, and Sandra, you were in the other chat I was in. I'll make this statement. People bring up the fact that she's very political. Well, she is. That's Nancy Lee Grahn. I mean, that's who she is. That's what she does. If she hadn't said something, I would have been shocked. I think it was expected. But I don't understand all the pearl clutching because what she said was so benign. It was just like stand up for democracy. That's all. Yes, I know those she leans left. That's not a secret. But that's kind of that's first saying. I was actually shocked because I was waiting for her to say something more. Like I was waiting for more. To me, that was fine. It wasn't that bad. It's her 30 seconds to do whatever the fuck she wants with it.
Right.
And seriously, people say this all the time. And Black Barbie has some stuff about black stuff. I just feel like, why not? It was like she said something that to me is true, whether you're on the left, right, or center. We don't do politics on this show, but left, right, or center, just what you believe in, fight for it. That's what democracy is all about. It's about us being able to not like what she says and like what she says. I mean, it's either way. To me, it's like that's the whole point of. I'm never going to censor myself on this show or this channel. We had a negative anti-gay comment on one of my shows the other day, and I spoke out on it. Because in case you forgot, JLJ Media is run and owned by a gay black man. If you don't like that and you forgot all about that, go somewhere else.
Wait, what?
I know. Frank didn't know. He had no idea. So now, I'm gay, Frank. I'm also black. I know it's kind of crazy. Well. Yeah, he's gone. And that's Frank's democratic choice to leave. It's just that's democracy. So anyway, I've been hearing like pearl clutching about that. It was like I don't get it. It's like she didn't even do anything that bad. She speaks more on her page than that. I thought she was actually very restrained. They're all. I hope you and Frank Streisand can survive this revelation. That's number 2 comment today. Chartreuse out. That's pretty funny. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna try to work through it. Me and Frank are gonna try to work through this. I don't know which one he hates more, the gay or the black part. I'm not sure. Find out. They're all shocker. Everybody's like, I know. I know that's why when people do anti-gay comments on my page, I'm like, but you know who I am. Why would you even do that? I don't understand. You know, right? Nancy, yeah, thank you, Mick. Nancy says like this every day. So who is I'm just saying, she deserved her win. Number 1.
Yeah.
How about Steve? About Sam? She could have picked any number, right? Of that. I mean, before and after.
No, I mean, she had a lot to work with this year, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, it was good. So that's my 2 cents. You have a right not to like Nancy. You have a right to like her. You have a right to either, and that's the beauty of this whole thing. We do reaction videos. And I would hate for someone to say to me and Frank, "You can't say what you want to say on reaction video." I'd hate that. I'd hate that. You know, you're right to the channel. I don't want to listen to Frank or James about shit. I'm going to go somewhere else. You're right to that too.
That's true.
That's the great thing about this, because we have to really be careful. There's stuff going on right now behind our backs, that are kind of happening. So anyway, that's my soapbox for that. But Nancy, to me, deserved it. GH Best Show deserved it. I don't care if anybody says, out of all the shows right now, it is one of the better ones. So I'll take it. And Gold Circle Award people, I just want to give a shout out to my friend James Reynolds. He is the longest running Black actor on television playing the same character.
Wow.
Not Ice-T. Ice-T is second. He is first. He's been playing Abraham Carver since 1981. That's before Frank was born.
Yeah, man.
He's the longest running. He said he's the longest running, folks. So let's just give him a shot. I'm really good friends with him and his wife, Lisa. They're great people. They have a great theater here in Pasadena, Center Theater. So you can check them out. Also, we give a shout out to Jane Elliott, who was a Gold Circle Award, and she had a nice little long hair. She was cute. Love it. So shout out to her. And a shout out to my friend Paul Telfer, who won lead actor on Days of Our Lives. I've known him 10 years. He's one of the loveliest people out there. I think playing Xander, he's come a long way. He is so good. I'm so happy for him. I was really cheering for him when he won. I just love Paul Telfer so much. So I'm very happy for him. You know, I watch Days anymore. I was like, who are these people on Days? I don't know who people are. But I do love him. And so he was out there and everything. So anyway, I guess so. Shout out to all those winners and what's going on. Again, my show on Tuesday will go into real painful detail of how we felt about the whole shebang.
Good, I'm guessing.
They know Walker. They know Walker. Yes, they did show in the montage Jane with Scott Clifton when he played that was a nice little surprise when he played what's his name? I'm thinking his name.
Oh, yeah, Tracy's son.
Dylan. Yes. So anyway, so that's the deal with that. So I just want to give those shout outs to those folks. Great stuff. But yeah, so it's some nice stuff. And I saw some beautiful people out, the beautiful gowns and things are out there. So good stuff for them. A lot of my friends were there. Michelle Stafford looked beautiful. Lizzie Godfrey looked beautiful. Michelle Stafford had the one funny moment with I did like the moment with her and my other buddy, Ross Matthews. That was kind of funny. I'm openly gray. Kind of like that. That's kind of cute. That was cute. So anyway, so about that. Okay. Where shall we begin? I mean, seriously, this week, you guys. Frank, I'm like, should I start with the Josselyn? Should I start with that Jason told on Josselyn? Because I didn't expect that really quick. So we talk about it's about Ronnie becoming friends with Gio. Where did that come from? Kind of like that was an interesting exchange. Um, what's going on with Homegirl? What's like I want to get all of a sudden. I want to get everybody's names all of a sudden. Um, Brett, why is she so weird around Nathan? What's that about? Um, and I mean, there's just I'm trying to think which and Michael is. Are we in Michael's dark period? Is that what's going on now?
It's it's tough because I mean I feel like they are definitely keeping a piece out of Michael's story about what he saw that he is keeping close to the vest that he's not revealing. And because of that, when you see him acting the way he is, you're just like, what the hell is going on, dude? But I
Because
just
even,
feel like there's another piece we don't know yet.
because even Brooklyn's like looking at him a
Yeah.
little bit.
I mean, they've really just made him come off as very cold. I mean, and we already talked about it last week where he gave that really long, lingering scene eating look outside Elizabeth's doorstep.
Yes. Yes, and Sidwell.
Sidwell was great.
Oh, I loved it. I'm like, wow. That's what everybody's talking about that right now. Let's talk about that for that was a quick couple of scenes, a quick episode. Because we hadn't seen you just said we hadn't seen him in a while. And when he shows up and Drew thinks he got the upper hand and he thinks he's
Oh,
gonna run over, Sidwell's like, hold on for a second.
loved that. He was like, have several seats, my man. Uh,
Please, please have a seat. Oh my god, it was so good. So Sidwell, because we almost forget there was a person killed before that. I mean, we have like this judge has been killed. It's an open case, like it's not closed. And so to kind of reference that and how he's like, oh well, no, you're set up for all that. I mean, I don't know, not me. I mean, and I just love how Drew was his face was cracking, just cracked. It was cracking. And he said, knock down a peg, knock down a peg, knock down a peg. I was like, oh, thank you, Sidwell. He's like, get out. Oh, okay, I'll leave. But one more thing. I mean, oh my God. Carla wrote it so good. But he was just
oh,
like, okay, you got my house. Okay. I
yeah.
love it.
Oh, and you will never summon me again. I was just like,
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, what you're not going to do that's what
yeah.
he told me. What you're not going to do. And he was just speechless. He doesn't say. He was
It,
like,
yeah, it was great because I mean, Drew thinks he can just railroad anybody.
anybody.
And when he, I mean, and I do, I do like said, well, slow playing it, coming off as like the very affable, nice guy. But, it's like, no, I don't need to have any pretense with you. Here's my real deal, dude. I own you.
Yes.
That's it. End of story.
End of story. And I think so. People were waiting for some kind of comeuppance for Drew. He got knocked off a couple this week twice. He kind of got knocked off a little bit because the Willow thing too. Willow being arrested is throwing him off.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, not her. That's the last person he wants arrested. He's like, not her. And so that's throwing him off too. But yeah, Sid was like, when I say jump, you say how high. That's right. He didn't care. He was like, okay. But even the way he did it, he was so just like, what's going on, Drew? Like, what's going on? Like, hi, what's going on? And then just like the plan came out and Drew trying to run over him. He's just like, nope, that's not going to happen. And here's why. And Sidwell laid it out for him. And Drew's just like, but I didn't. And it's his time. Drew actually is innocent. That's why I love it. He's getting a taste of his own medicine. But that wasn't me. There's no receipts. I didn't. He goes, oh yeah, there is. And it's because of you. Because it was you did. And he was like, oh my God. He realized his goose was cooked.
Just
Yeah,
great. Just great.
it's great. We needed that. We needed that scene. I think we neted that scene. Just get to Drew because he's just like whatever. And then having Willow and Nina, that whole setup was really good too. With them saying you're not gonna like who's arrested. Cut to Sonny running to Carly, ran to Carly.
Yes.
Fuck out of here. He didn't say that, of course. That's what he wanted to say in real life. Get the fuck out of here. She's like, the jet's ready? Okay. And she's like, ready to go down. And then I had to laugh. Then there's Dante. And then he walks in. They're ready. I mean, it was so good. It was so good. They're ready. We're ready. Thinking, okay, we're gonna get Carly. And it's like Nina Reeves. Like, I was like, we were like, what? And everyone's like, what? As she's having lunch with her brother Jay. But But I just love that. It's like we all thought. I mean, it's good. This was good. We all thought it was gonna be over there, and nope, over here. And Nina was like, "Oh, they come to get caught." Like everybody thought they were all just on top. It was all whatever. No,
Oh,
bitch.
Carly was, or Nina was just licking her chops
She
as she
was.
was waiting.
She was. She was.
Oh, they're gonna get her.
Get her. No, bitch. It's you. And yeah, go
The
ahead,
only
please.
thing too was, I mean, Anna and Dante arresting her right in front of the kids.
That was horrible.
I was like, you couldn't ask her just to step outside the room.
Thank
Like,
you.
come on, dude. It's like, realistically, come on. You're not going to be that heartless. I mean, it's one thing in a world where we're operating with a real police force and real people that they don't know, but GH is such an insular town where everybody knows each other. You're going to have humanity at that moment. You're going to ask her to step right outside. It doesn't affect anything of your plan. It can still, because you want to execute it at the same time. You just ask her to step out of the room for a second to talk and then arrest her then.
I know.
Oh, that was just, man. Oh,
But Michael was sitting there like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just, he gets, he doesn't even try to offer up like, please, can you handle this outside? Doesn't even try to throw up just even a feigned bit of defense for Willow.
you know,
Which that's the thing that's kind of bugging me about Michael is that he is so cold. Like if he really wants to sell this, he should be showing some compassion on some of the things to make people be like, oh, whoa, geez, Michael was even surprised that this was happening. But no, no, he is so he's just gone so cold.
well, you see afterwards, somebody's like, okay, Michael, did you do it? And Michael's sitting there like, what are you talking about? I don't know what's going on with you. I'm like, and Sonny ain't buying it. Carly ain't buying it either. They ain't none of them buying it. They're like,
I mean, when
okay.
they're sitting there at the Quartermain kitchenette, the little dining nook, and Diane is going like, "All right, Carly, have you been to Elizabeth's in the past week? Michael, have you been there?
That
You,
was funny how she also.
nobody's gonna believe either of you."
I know. She's like, come on. She's like, okay. That's how it's not true. Diane's so funny. Oh, side note, kids. This week's Jay's Dirty Deeds was brought to you by Diane's Hair. So I've been talking shit about her hair online, saying, what are you doing to my girl? So I did a whole video where I show you her response to her hair. And she says it's not a wig. It was brought and she says she likes her hair. She's growing it out.
Oh,
I did like a fun apology. And I also talked about her upcoming cabaret show. So I did promote that too. So it's right now, it's out there right now. Thanks everybody for watching and listening to it. It was kind of, I did a lot of humor. We love Carolyn Hennessy. That's our girl. We love her. But I just thought it was kind of funny. She was like, it's not a wig, and she's pulling on her hair, and she said, and I like it. Okay, you like it, I love it.
all right.
If she like it, then we're gonna love it. So, anyways, that's a fun little thing I did this week. You can check that episode. That's out now. GH Deeds, Carolyn Hennessy's Hair. That's the title of the episode.
And I feel like this episode, I mean, well, not that we already knew that, but I mean, I feel like you really can conclusively, I think you rule out Carly as a suspect only because
Right.
we see Elizabeth go upstairs to talk to the plumber, and that's where the gun's found is upstairs in Willow's room. So Carly never had an opportunity to go upstairs while Elizabeth's up there. So I mean, it comes down to Michael, maybe, unless it's Willow having some kind of disassociative.
So I see. Okay. So, folks, last week reacted to our video suggesting it was Willow or Scout, and on another show, they made the kid the shooter on Days
I'm, yeah, make it Scout. I'm down.
So I said, so people were like, well, no, but then somebody actually said, James, you're right. You're actually right. Look back at the tape. We don't know who was over him. It could, we think it's a woman. We don't know what height. I mean, we have no idea. We have no idea. You're standing right over somebody that you don't know. I mean, we have no idea. And with Willow, why I think it could be Willow is because she's having problems. I think Michael at first, because she was terrorizing Daisy, and he really thinks something's wrong with her. He really thinks it, but he's getting a little too cold. But I think he thinks something's wrong with her. also, and which I think is legitimate on some level. I think it's totally legitimate. Like something's off with her. It has to come out at some point. But I agree with you. It's not Carly. Obviously, it wasn't Sunny. It was not Carly. But see, people are forgetting. We still got Curtis and Portia on the other side over here, who are deciding to stay married. You know, he told Trina, "Oh, Frank, speaking of shit happening on and off camera. Before you get there, Frank, what I thought, Kai is off contract."
You know, uh, I'm not surprised. I mean, there's really just nowhere to go with that character. Um, so I mean, who knows? I mean, it's a shame that he was given. I mean, hey, it's great. Anybody that can get a like a guaranteed contract on a show, applause to them. But I think anybody that gets that would hope that, oh wow, that means I'm going to be doing some really fun and exciting stuff. And it just feels like the show just never had an idea to do it. And it's a bummer. It happens. It happened. I mean, it happened with Lucky and Jonathan Jackson. He came back and he had a dud of a storyline. Sometimes the show just misfires on a character. Oof. Well,
The other thing you're gonna say,
uh, I mean, the other bit we learned is that as Kai, speaking of Kai and Trina, as they're going through at Drew's place, replaying it, that they heard Scout's ringtone, which one I liked. They knew, like, well, I mean, I guess Kai would know it. Like that Trina would know that it was like, yeah, like, but that it was Scout. So, I mean, it being her and that's her phone, uh,
I'm
could be.
telling you guys, Crystal agrees. Scout. Um, Michelle's like, I stand by. It's Elizabeth. Not Elizabeth. Um, but I'm still saying we're forgetting there's Curtis and Portia out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they would have because of the blackmail angle. For sure they would have at least checked the safe. And so before they left, I would have felt like they would have gone for the safe because they would have tried to find the blackmail material. Because why shoot him and not try to find it? And if they looked for it, they would have saw the safe was open and they could have just taken it.
But if it was Portia who acts irrationally, just like you said before, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Curtis was the ex-cop.
Yeah.
Just killed him. Like if to shoot him back twice, that's nothing. But I think Portia, she's the irrational one. He's
Yeah.
trying to stay married for her. He's thinking she did it. You know, she's like, "Are you trying to stay married because I'm getting out by for you?" No, bitch. He's trying to do it for you, probably. Wasn't Portia on Isaiah? There's a point. I think there's a point where it's there. She could have. I can't remember all the details, Daisy Flower, but there's a point where she could have.
She went for a late night booty call with Isaiah.
Yeah, I think it was later she got with him, but there was a point where there's a little in between where she was not accounted for. I believe they asked her. I can't remember. I'm just saying, Michael's too obvious. We know it's not Carly. I think Willow is possible. Maybe that's too obvious. Maybe somebody else. So I'm saying there's other suspects there because Nina's just being charged for obstruction or whatever. She's just being charged, whatever. So
Nina's the worst. Like she can't get out of her own way. Like that she can't. She's unable to hear any reason or when somebody gives her a rational reason why, hey, drop your fake alibi. Everybody knows it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stick with it. Like, that doesn't help you.
it's like, come on, girl. Like, he's like, I've been gone for 7 years. Come on, girl. Like, just do this. You make it look worse. But even with that, we knew that was going to ask you back on the force. We knew that was going to happen. But they're right. We don't know where have you been 7 years. I mean, even if you pass the test and all that stuff, it's kind of like, well, what have you been doing? And he said, and who you been doing it with? Now, folks, do not say his name on this channel. Another show is trying their best to bring him back to life. Yes, he was at the Emmys with his girlfriend, Laura Wright. We do not want him back on the show. We don't need him. We got two Faison's kids. We don't need him. His name is not. His name is not. It's not a C. It's not a C name. So we don't need him for anything.
Now, just as a question, if
Thank
it
you.
is that character brought back in the guise of Nathan, does that make it more palatable? At least a little palatable?
No, no. I want the character. None of that. But I am curious. I really am curious. I am curious about Britt's story and his story. Because it's no coincidence they're back together.
Yeah, and it's man, this again, the show is it's frustrating for when you get a week where Jason finally tells Carly about Joss. You're like, yes, this is what happens. Like, you exceed my expectations. Yeah, I did not expect you to reveal this that soon, and I loved it. It was great to be genuinely surprised. That was my favorite moment of the whole week when he tells her. I'm like, whoa, we're actually saying it.
I was shocked.
Awesome.
I did not expect that.
Oh,
Nope.
loved it. And so it's like GH can surprise us and keep the story well going in a way that I loved. And then with this Brit and Nathan thing, there's just so much coyness around all of it that they're running that risk of just like, man, if you don't start either revealing stuff to the audience or having the characters reveal stuff to each other, you're gonna just like lose this great setup you guys have created.
That's the thing because now you got Anna joined in because it could be even though I didn't mind her little thing when she was talking to was it
Dante.
Dante about the whole Vason. That is a lot. Her half her adult life she's had to deal with him.
Yeah.
Craziness. And how clever he is. And now it's been revealed by Jack Brennan that there's this final thing of Cesar Faison, and that Valentin bringing him in. But here's the thing, kids. Anytime you bring on James Patrick Stewart, I'm happy. I'm sorry. It's. Can we go off this side for a second? Because this happened this week too. But a couple of my favorite moments of this week where he just shows James Patrick Stewart can go from like an asshole to like a puddle. And even sometimes in the same scene. It's like his scene with Lulu, they both back and forth. But then they got really close. It's like because he loved the one thing this show did very well, he loved Charlotte. You can say whatever you want to about him, he loves Charlotte. And even Lulu knows that. And in his scenes with her softened her a bit to me. It's like, Lulu's not being annoying. She's being protective. She should be protective. And she's kind of like, okay, what's going on here? And then when him and Charlotte got together, it's so good.
Yeah. Oh, uh, the only thing is just I don't know any prison that puts the name of itself inside its own like interrogation/meeting rooms.
People were
That
talking about that. Time Hour. There you go. And
I
it was in spray letter glory. It was a spray paint glory. It was a mural.
oh it was like guys, we gotta let people know where we're at. Uh it was so awful.
Yes.
Oh,
But again, just with him, he elevates every scene, and so even him and Jack, it's just every scene that James A. Stewart is in, just he elevates it, and it's I want more of him and less of a few other people. Can you get
oh,
him
yes.
on more, please? I mean, he's like a Jane Elliott. He's somebody who can plop down anywhere, and it works.
My only hope is that if this whole storyline created such a reason that Valentin could get his freedom, I'd be all for it.
Yep,
Get a clean slate and you can return to Port Charles.
yep.
Heck, yes.
I agree. But see, now this storyline stretches, and I like a good umbrella story, but so it stretches to the Jason. I've been saying in the chat, they glad Jason and Carly. So it's first she finds out last week week before that Vaughn, whatever. But I'm glad that Jason just came in was like, here's the deal. I don't like to. I don't lie to you. And when she goes, but you've known, goes, she asked me not to tell you. That hurt Carly. Any mother, that hurt her so much.
What I liked about that is that he was willing to not say anything as long as Carly was not the fact that she kind of set up like Vaughn as the revelation and that Josselyn was hurt by that. Like Jason couldn't stand party to like that lie. It's like
No.
no, that's not the real story. And so I
Told him that. He was like, what? How'd you find like it was like he was kind of perplexed by that too. Like she told you that? Oh, she told me the whole thing that he's like, yeah. That's what he's like, no, bitch. I gotta tell you the story. I gotta tell you the real story. That's just not it. And plus, he's like Jack, of course.
yeah.
And Jack's threatening everybody. He's really saying, and he loves John. That's his goddaughter. And I think one thing about Carly was so funny. She was immediately Carly. I gotta get out of this. And he's like, wait, calm down. And he had explained to her kind of situation, which she understood. She didn't like it. And then when her and Josselyn were together, oh, there's so much subtext in there.
I thought that was a great way of Carly trying to understand Jocelyn and her
Yes.
choices without saying stuff. And the way that they both played that was
Oh,
great.
yes. Congratulations to 10 years of E. McCoy. So I already said I sent her a message the other day. She celebrated 10 years as Jocelyn.
Man.
We're doing it the whole time. She really stepped up to that scene because first Carly with Jason is automatic mother mode. Gotta get her out of here. Screw this noise. I'm tearing down the roof. Jason calms her down. So then she was like a soft mother with Josselyn scenes. It was like, you haven't been the same since Dex died. He brought up Dex. You must have been really just on, you must have been really feeling bad. The way the double entendre words and just kind of like saying things but not saying it on Carly's part. And Jocelyn going, well, we're fine. We're great. What are you talking about? Knowing that she's lying too. It was good. I thought that was good. I thought that was really, really good.
And also, I am hoping that at least that while Carly can't be hurt, that she doesn't know that Jocelyn never told her this truth, she understands why Jocelyn cannot tell her the truth. And
Yes.
that doesn't mean you have to love it. You can still be angry about it. You can still be disappointed, but you have to at least understand, like, all right, there's, I know why she's lying to me.
Yeah.
And I love the fact if they want to sit in this for a little bit, that's okay. Because it's nice that Carly knows, and that'll be curious to see. I mean, we didn't really see like what's gonna happen with Jack. I mean,
Well, that's how last week kind of towards the end.
I
That's what was going on. I'm like,
I don't understand. Just like a bummer. Why are you doing this to yourself, Carly? Where she throws the glass vase of roses. Like you have to clean that up. Like it's like there's nobody else here. Like
yes.
why'd you just make it this best for yourself? You're already mad, and then you make yourself
So
a
calm,
mess.
it's just like, Jason was like, what are you doing, girl? Um, and so you have this stuff going on. It's still the umbrella's still opening up. So we still have this going on, which bleeds into the Brit stuff. So you got Jason and Brit just being a dick to Jason, which is getting on my nerves. Now it's old. Now it's
Yeah.
old. We need to go over. We need to get past that. And her being kind of a dick to Carly and Jocelyn. Jocelyn, like, I appreciate you saving my life and everything. However, and ask her, I want a hotel room, and blah. I was like, that ain't gonna happen, girl. That's not gonna happen. Um, but just that Brit's just being this brat. Even though I did chuckle for her and Lucas.
Yeah.
And Vaughn going to just like to Umbrella. Vaughn's back, going to Brit. Didn't expect
Yeah.
that either. I was like, oh, where'd that come from? That's like, do I see a little chemistry myself in there? I'm like, am I seeing something? But when Lucas walked over, oh my god, and her questioning Brad about Brad, and I was like, finally, we got to bring that up. And then her walking over to Marco. Oh my god, that was so funny. All drunk and stuff, which he's holding a secret too. when she walked away, it's impossible high standards. He don't like secrets. And Marcus was like, he does. I mean, it's not a secret that could break them up, but who knows? It's because Luke is a little high on his horse a little bit.
Yes, not everybody. There's nobody that's out there that is going to be able to hit your impossible standards. You got to be able to come down a little bit, Lucas.
Yes. Especially where you come from. Hello. Um, a little too, whatever. But I did like that side note. I did like that Ava and Marcos get along because of Lucas. They're friends.
Yes, which is nice. I mean, that's not even though we haven't seen a scene. It's just nice to know that that is existing off camera.
I agree. Um, but yeah, I like that Joss put Brit in her place. She did.
Yeah, it's just I don't. It would be one thing. Like Britt she's created the circumstance. She made the choice to fake her own death. She got involved with all this fifth poppy stuff and everything that happened out of that. So, you're coming back to Port Charles trying to reclaim your life. It's not going to be that easy. You've hurt a lot of people, uh, and also just trying to bring yourself back from the dead legally has its own hurdles to go through. So, her throwing that out to everybody, it's like, whoa, 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 we didn't do any of this. Josselyn didn't do anything. You made the choice to save her, and Josselyn's appreciative, but that doesn't mean you can just hold that over her forever.
And Jack is holding over and threatening her, threatening Brit. So we have that going on.
The Jack and Anna thing was interesting because just the way it ends, where it's like, you're being too confident, overconfident about the Caesar fry something, and it's going to come back and bite you. This is when somebody ends up dead. And so I'm curious to see what happens with Jack Brennan. If that is a little subtle hint that maybe Jack's not going to be around.
A foreshadowing, right?
Yeah. Jack might not make it through this whole thing.
She said it. She said something like, okay, we know Caesar, something else. You're being a little overconfident. I get it. Yeah, Vaughn threatened Britt. Jack threatened Britt. Joss threatened Britt. She just get it. However, though, little side umbrella, a little small umbrella, we had a little family get together.
Yeah, and we got to take a selfie. We got to take a selfie.
Selfies. And how Britt and her mother. I mean, she's so mean to Britt. I love it. But they got over a little bit over just for the sake of for Rocco. Uncle Nathan. Why were you here? And he was raised by. I know he's asking questions. But Valentin said, Charlotte, she can't be trusted. Tell Rocco.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't mention that about Nathan though, and he knows. Wait, no, he didn't. He doesn't. When Jack tells him that Nathan's alive, so I don't know if like Valentin knows that Nathan's alive going into that conversation with his daughter or not, and it's Jack telling him for the first time that throws him off.
People are upset that Jason told Carly because he chose Carly over Britt again. Here's my answer to all of you people.
I mean, how's that charging Britt? How's that choosing her?
76 we were watching, Frank. 76. Here's the deal. To me, Jason has been trying to be there for Britt. He helped her a lot. He got her set up. He's been on her side, despite Britt's machinations to be like getting on the nerves. Him and Carly have been best friends for 1,000 years. To me, it's two separate things. And again, he didn't really tell on Britt to Carly or anything. He just said, he talked about Josselyn. That's a whole separate, that's her daughter.
Yeah.
And that's his goddaughter. That's not even about choosing Carly over Britt. To me, it's choosing this child that's an adult that they love over everything, over the WSB. Because he wants to protect Britt still. He wants to protect her. He still wants to protect her. And he wants to protect Carly. And he wants to protect Josselyn. He loves all three. Well, he loves two. But he has feelings. He has feelings for her, Britt. Britt is not letting him be in. Britt has the wall up. Jason was ready to go. He was ready to go in.
I mean, yeah,
She
he's asked her several times, like, I'm here. You tell me what I can do to help you.
right. So it's the writing, folks. Get mad at the writing. You're gonna have to get mad at the writing. They're not writing Britt and Jason together. They're writing it as she's angry at him still for whatever reason. She's bitter about everybody. And so he's not with Carly. He's just like, that's his friend. So I don't know. So I just say I think people are looking too. You got to look at it at a different angle. And I think if something was happening with Britt, he would tell her. He would say the same thing. He would tell her. That's just how Jason is. Jason's one of those guys who tells the truth, shames the devil. You can't help it. That's how he is. That's how he's built. When Sam was alive, Elizabeth, he's the same with all of them. You would just, I think that the people just always feel he picks Carly first for everything, and many scenes have been written that way over the years. Yes, um, but I think in this case, it was more of I got to tell Carly about her daughter. That doesn't do it, Brett. Doesn't do it, Brett.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, it's like I don't know. And do with her. So that's how I'm looking. That's how I'm looking at it. Oh, 81 people watching. Okay. That's how I'm looking at it. So
Five people heard about it's like, oh, James is about to go off on this Jason Carly thing. I gotta get in.
I get in. 83 people watching. But you know what I mean? I just think I think people get upset. I'm like, but let's look at this. Let's look at the scenes. It's like really look at them. And you might see it a little differently. Just like, okay, that's not exactly that. And somebody said, well, Jason's lied to Carly. I'm like, that's not his point either. He's just saying when something like this big, he would never lie to Carly. There was some omission. He didn't really lie to his omission because she asked not to say anything. That's different. Yeah, that's lying adjacent. But it's like he said, Josselyn want me to tell you. And Carly understands that part because he wants her under Jason's care too. She wants protection for all, so I think folks would get upset and say, well, he lied. I'm like, well, he didn't. Not really.
Because it's one thing to, as James was saying, to respect Josselyn's request
Yeah.
that he not say anything to Carly, thinking that it would be Josselyn who would say something at some point. But
Right.
then the next thing he hears about anything related to this is Carly saying, "Oh, Josselyn told me this story about Vaughn, which is Jason knows is a lie." And so I feel like that's the point where he's like, I can't. It's one thing for Josselyn to want me to not say anything until she's ready to tell you. But if Josselyn's just going to lie to you in the
Right.
meantime, I can't. I can't not say anything to you at this point.
Right. I know. Well, I mean, I don't. People go back and go, chasing Clyde to Carly when he pretended to be the father of Sam's baby. He wasn't the one to tell her the truth about that. Okay, so a long time ago, he lied to her once or whatever, or twice. I'm just saying that they've evolved since then. I mean, there's a lot of story go back 30, 40 years, but just they evolved. They usually tell each other the truth most of the time. That's just the bottom line. And I'm saying in relation to this story, again, it was Josselyn's lying to her mother while he's trying to keep the truth away from her. He's like, wait a minute, now you're complicating shit. So now he's like, let me tell her what's going on. Again, it was omission. It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't, I don't know, it was a lie, but it wasn't a lie. I think it's a fine line.
Yeah, I mean, again, like the thing I'm hoping the show will kind of strike in this is that being in the WSB in and of itself is not a bad thing. That can be a good thing, like being in any sort of FBI, CIA, but being under Jack Brennan in the WSB, not a great thing because Jack Brennan is not very trustworthy. So I can understand like that's the point. Like it's like, if you want to keep this WSB thing as an ongoing thing, it can't always be that like WSB is a horrible agency that's
Right.
corrupt or anything like that. It's like, no, there can be people corrupt within it, but like I'm sure of any government agency, there are people that are using for their own best, their own self-interest as opposed to what it's meant to be. So yeah, I think her being an agent should be a choice that she makes, good, bad, or indifferent, but it can be, a choice that's not inherently bad. It's just that having Jack Brennan as your boss, maybe not the best person to be looking out for you.
Well, the thing is, Carly knows that Jack's been lying to her. That's the, so folks, that's the bigger story. The bigger story is now what is Carly going to do? It's not about Jason. It's not about. It's partially about Josselyn, but it's not about them. It's about her and Jack. What's going to happen now? Can she accept this? I asked her, can you accept this? Or can you not? You already know there's certain things you can't talk about, but now it involves your daughter. So that's going to be the question. He walks into the kitchen with the moss, and she's looking at him. We don't know we know what she's going to do.
Yeah, and because it was never a clean entry into this. And this is all coming out of Jocelyn shooting Cyrus and killing him. That that Jack used that opportunity to kind of steer Jocelyn into the WSB.
Yes,
So
Carly's back.
yeah, uh, it's
He's romancing Carly, and he's recruiting Joss.
uh, yeah. I mean, I don't think he did not expect her to kill him. I mean, she was put in a situation where she had to defend herself for sure. But that was definitely made it much easier to get her to cooperate with what Jack really wanted, which was uh, somebody that he could put in PCU to be a WSB agent watching what was going on.
Right. Now, Daisy Flower says if she can forgive Sonny for all his sins, there's no reason she cannot forgive Jack.
Yeah, but I don't know if like Sonny's lives weren't about their kids.
Yes.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, Sonny certainly had his own dealings with the mob that would come back and affect the family, but it wasn't like he hadn't knowingly put their children in danger and not told Carly. Uh, yeah, and I don't know. Again, this goes back, and we can't change it. It just the show has not done enough to really set up the Brennan and Carly story to have me really care a lot. I'll be interested to see what happens, but it's never going to have the impact that it would if these two had really had like some kind of great on-screen romance.
Yeah. And folks, don't worry. It was just a funny mention when Carly says, I have to marry you to answer that question. Marry me first. That's like a joke that for like with Curtis and them, you can't testify if you're married. They had done it once before. They've got married for that. But she's just saying that. Carson's not getting back together, folks. I'm letting you know that right now. It's like they're not getting back together. They don't want to get back together as a whole thing. They are co-parents of this huge blended family. That's all that is. I think that's all it is. So, but that was just a funny little thing she said. You have to marry me, for that. When he asked her stuff. So, I mean, Sonny got Michael shot and set on fire. Morgan blown up. I don't know. I just think. I mean, they. It's. I can't compare Carly and Sonny with Carly and Jack. It's just too different. It's two very different lengths of relationship, everything. It's just different. They have no kids together. I don't know. I
Yeah, you would do better with Carly and Jax versus
yes,
Carly and Sonny through
yes,
all their various things. It's just, yeah, like you were saying, it's just we there's not enough history with Brennan and Carly to have it matter much of anything.
yeah. So I'm just saying for that before I go on to the other storylines. So that's the umbrella. The umbrella is we have the WSB is involved. We still know what happened at Five Poppies. Homer's taking a medication from a C. Wait a C. Now Santa Barbara fans, you remember this. That character Mary got killed by a giant sea falling on her. I remember that episode very much. Very classic. Like C was for Capwell. She was on the roof, and the sea came and fell and killed her. I'll never forget that episode. It was like early '80s. I'll never forget that giant sea coming at her. I'll never forget that. It was such a great thing. Anyway, so every time I hear the word sea, I think about that. Yes, Gio's at Bobby's. Why they got a job there? I don't know. I don't even know why he got a job there. He got a job there. I don't mind that. A lot of kids work there throughout their time. So that doesn't bother me. Or I needed to see. I did not need to see him coming with an application or anything.
No, no, like yeah, did I really need that scene of
No,
him doing with Carly? No.
no. And Kai likes Gio. I think she likes him. He doesn't do with him. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think at all. We need somebody to.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, I get we're kind of just dropping like the whole musical legacy of
Yes.
Gino. It's like, I mean, I guess he's not going back to PCU. He's not taking a scholarship. He's just,
Yep.
working at Bobby since the MetroCorp pool is closed.
Yep. I guess he's finding his way. But I said him and Ronnie connecting was interesting. They're expecting that.
Yeah.
Nice
Uh,
little.
yeah. I don't know. It's uh fine. It's just like they're playing these scenes like this is a character that's going to be around for a good long while, and it's like we know she's not. So it's like, man, why are we slow playing? Why are we playing? Why are we writing scenes like this when we know she's going to be gone much sooner?
Yeah, I'm curious when she's leaving. I'm very curious. And how they gonna wrap this storyline up? Because she says it's a tribute to Monica and wrapping her story up. I'm very curious. You
What a
see,
tribute.
and and they're gonna have a tea party.
Where Tracy's already like, I've got to make her look crazy or
Yes,
terrible to be able to get this with the courts faster.
yes. Brooke is gonna run it. She likes Ronnie. She's thinking if we make her happy, she'll keep the house. I'll try to sell it. Um, Chase is cute with her, but Chase, going back to the umbrella story, is not objective.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. And for him then firing back at Dante, like, what about you? Like, of the two, like, yes, Dante's has connection to his brother, but of the two of them, man, it has been Chase that has been so far gone with his lack of objectivity,
And they have been playing young in points that he's still in love with Brooklyn.
which I like that they did talk about that. Uh,
Because I was like, wait a minute, you're bordering on like, are you trying to get back with Willow? He's claiming right now, no, 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 he loves Brooklyn and he's committed to her and she's beautiful and all. We'll see, Frank. You know, he's riding hard for Willow. He's riding hard for her, and I love that. I just love that. Dante was like, I've been dealing with this shit for a long time. My father is who he is. I've been dealing. I know how to do separation of church and state. You don't apparently. Is there anything first time on the rodeo? But I think Dante's on Michael's side, of course, because he doesn't think he did it. I don't think he's nervous that he could have done it, but he doesn't think he did it.
yeah, but I mean, it's like he does know, like he doesn't really buy his alibi
No,
as well.
I like that.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. But is that his first time with a prostitute? Well, that's not the point. This is so contrived. It's like he said, Michael's not even trying that hard. He's not even trying that hard. So it's so Dante's like, yeah, I don't believe on that. So when he shows up to talk to Michael, hi, Michael, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not a cop right now. I'm your brother.
The
Come
badge
visit me.
there. Maya, he took that badge off, put it on the table. That's what he did. He said, I am your brother man's. Talk to me like your brother. Talk to me. Michael ain't having it.
Uh, you know what? I would if it does let Michael just drop because Dante does know about the Willow stuff. Well, I mean, I guess Sonny does too, but like I just need Michael just like to have a little bit of just like humanness in a conversation about all this. But we'll see. Maybe it's like that. Maybe it won't be.
There we have, as the umbrella. Continue. We're not done yet. Continue. Yes, we'll get to the coven in a second. It's my favorite storyline. We'll get to them in a second and how that came to a conclusion. Um, you have Willow and Drew, who barges his way in. He's a congressman, and one lawyer who can't do both, as he tried to tell them. Martin. I love Martin. Martin's like, oh, I can't. I mean, it's unethical. It's always I can't do represent you both because Drew really is thrown off that she got arrested, and Drew, that's now he's not in control. That's the point. He's like he wanted, and now she is really leaning on Drew. She don't want him, but she's leaning on him, isn't she? She's like, we gotta put it back on the person who really did it, Mike. She's like, she wants to believe it's Michael now. She wants you so bad.
Yeah, which and I did like Martin with her, just like we don't, this is not what we do of that now. Now it's just trying to get you bail.
Right.
Get you out of that. That's what this is all about right now in the moment. We can worry about, other potential
Yeah.
perpetrators of this crime and putting the blame on somebody else later. Now,
Yes.
I just need you to say not guilty. That's all I need you to say.
Right. But now Rick's back. We'll get there in a second. Maybe he can jump in. But I just thought it was. He's like, I can't represent you both. You're the victim. You should be in here. But for him, I'm not the victim. I know she didn't do it. So, and if she did do it, he don't even care. He wants her so bad. I think.
Yeah, I mean, Drew, I just like it. It's like, no. I did like Martin standing up to was like, then well, we don't need you. Like, well, unfortunately you do. So I'll see you at the courthouse, but I'll show myself out.
He's like, you don't need me. He's like, I was like, yeah, okay.
Oh God. Uh
Uh,
so I'm also trying to think about this too, because if Drew says like, yeah, at the end where it's like when Will asks him like, are you ready to tell everybody now that you remember it was Michael that shot you? And we'll see what Drew decides. But I'm trying to think if he decided to say that, would would it change anything?
hmm,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
it's I mean, what I feel like they need evidence also to back it up. I don't know if it's enough just for him to say that so far they haven't found any evidence that specifically ties Michael to the crime scene. But they don't have any. I mean, other than the gun and Willow's lack of an alibi,
Right.
but there's no prints on the gun,
No,
so
I know.
it's not like they have a lot on Willow compared to Michael.
They mentioned it. They mentioned all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm saying this is a far reach. It's like it's far reaching, which will lead into the storyline of the week that I loved. It's just hilarious and a good shocker. So at first they did the whole thing before where what's her name finds him, unties him, he gets the throat thing, whatever. Well, this week it literally was Chase and Outback. And when he went down the stairs, I went, "Oh my god, he's actually going to see him." I'm like, "This is actually really happening." And the ladies are like, "We have one more hour, right? Almost done." And I was like, I kind of liked it. It was kind of suspenseful. It's like, I don't know. He goes, "I don't know what you and Alexis are into." I laughed so hard when he said that, or Ava when he said, "I don't know what they were into." That made me laugh when he saw the ball gag and everything.
I ugh, that Outback was involved in this. Just
Really minor. It was a minor Outback.
oh, come on now. I
I
mean,
don't know.
it makes sense. The older reason why he would be in the back of the house by the basement doors is because because of that dog. Because otherwise, there's no reason for him to be going around the back of that house.
Yes.
It was already such a contrived excuse. That's like, oh, we're just here to drop some stuff off for Molly. And then Outback ran around back. Ugh.
Bother me because it got to the point when,
Yes.
when he walked in and the lady saw him. I thought, how do I get out of this? I just, it was like, this is hilarious. I didn't expect this to happen like this. So just the dialogue and then did not expect this either. All of a sudden, Molly comes in. She's over. I'm like, what? And she sees them, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, how? I was on pins and needles trying to figure out how to do this, and it was hilarious. The stories they came up with. He was on ayahuasca, and that's why he's a shovel. I mean, like, because I mean, they're all screwed. And but before he walked out to get the door, before he was about to leave, I love that Cody was like, "You guys are all crazy. I don't know how you relate to Molly." And he was to turn around. I laughed so hard when he said that. And we have to go up the stairs, get out. And they're like, "No, don't go." And all of a sudden, there's Molly standing there. I
Uh,
was like, I did not expect this either at all.
yeah, and I mean now you loop Carly or yeah, you loop him into the whole do you tell Molly the truth ever and make her look at her family completely different, or do you stay quiet? I'm curious to see how long that plays out.
Well, some of the great things that did happen that I'm just like, good. Let's move on. Everybody's made up. The girl,
Yes.
the Alexis, Ava, Ava, Christina. I liked it. Ava, Alexa, and all of it. It's like everybody kind of like, okay, we see what we've done. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help anybody anywhere. It's horrible. We need to now just like move on. We're okay. We're fine. They're a great team together. It was kind of fun to see them together. I like there was some genuine. I felt like there was some genuine exchanges between them.
I liked it, and especially Rick having to realize that he couldn't also break Molly's heart about all this, not just for himself, but for the other family members as well. But Alexa saying after they're all gone, it's like, no, Rick is going to come out for revenge. He is. We know that. So even though nobody's going to go down for this, he's
Right.
going to want payback.
I agree.
So
I
if
agree.
this keeps the three of that, like Ava and Alexis's orbit, great.
I agree.
Christina, who cares? But I like, I mean, seeing Alexis and Ava play against each other, great.
Yes, I agree. Oh, I agree. And it's Rick's like, he's oh my god. But then you got Rick looking at Elizabeth Cuckoo eyes.
Oh,
He is like, and well, maybe she'll go for it this time.
yeah. Oh, when he says like, I'm not representing Nina pro bono.
He tell the truth.
I mean, you may as well. There's nothing else going on with Elizabeth right now.
No, there isn't. So I thought that was a fun conclusion of that. The money's all back where it's supposed to be. But they mentioned Laura's going to question. We'll see if she does. Where
Yeah.
it so let's see. But anything the three of them, I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. You know,
Uh,
but wreaking revenge on them could be funny too. It could be really funny. Um, it could be really good. But yeah, I'm glad our storylines come to an end. I'm glad that's good. It's a nice little conclusion. We have some forward movement between characters. It's good.
yeah. Yeah. And now, I mean, Alexis has been kind of placed to the side about the whole Drew shooting thing. Like she was never really, for as much heat as there was on her at the beginning, there's nothing now. So I'll be curious to see if she gets sucked back into any of that or not.
Yes, I want to do. When Charlotte and Lulu get back home, we got Charlotte going to talk to Rocco about Britt. We got that we got to hold on to. Lulu and Anna may have a talk also because she's back. Anna may want to talk to her, see what was going on. But Lulu is low. She's freaked out a little bit. She's like, yeah, there's a target on her now. My daughter has a target on her. Just does for the Valentin.
Yeah. And what I like is it's not like, I mean, Lulu accepting just the reality of it. It's not like just now that she does. It's like, no, this is just something that she's going to always have because she is, the daughter uh, of him. So Valentin's daughter comes with certain issues. And what I also like is that I like the relationship that we're seeing built between uh, her and Rocco as well too, just the siblings. It's great. Where he's sending her the photo of that, and she's like, "Oh, do I say anything to mom? Nope, not gonna say anything."
Yes, I like
Uh,
that.
yeah, I just like that's a real sibling thing. It's like I'm just gonna talk to my sibling first, and then we'll see what happens.
Very true. I like them. I like the kids. They're actually pretty good. A lot of them are really good. And
Yeah,
he got Nathan wanting James.
yeah, it felt uh like a weird beat to have with Felicia and Elizabeth. Where like like understandably that Felicia's kind of thrown off about the whole thing of Nathan being back, but that it was that she'd realized like, oh yeah, yeah, we you keep him in the fold and it's going to be a lot better than if you try to keep him alienated. Like, really, Felicia, you should know that. I don't know why you need that reminder, but all right, it gives you a scene, so I'm always happy to see on screen.
Yes. Now we also have to keep in mind on the side umbrella, we also have still that doctor, that Dalton guy. Plus, we have Emma, and it's all that still on the side too. So I'm hoping they could clean this up and really wrap it into something that's not as complicated, but it's also action packed and movement happens.
Yes, please. let's get this ball rolling. It's because there's just only so long you can keep Nathan and Britt on canvas and not at least give us or somebody on the show more insight as to either one of their backstories about what's happened during this time that they've been gone.
I agree. But it's no coincidence they're back. I agree with that.
No.
Coincidence.
I mean, what do you think right now? Where do you place in the odds that it is Nathan being Nathan, possibly being brainwashed, or that or B, that he has Cesar's brain inside his head, or C, that he might have the person who should be named in his head.
Part of me does not want part a large part of me wants it to be Nathan. Because I hate for him to hurt James. That's the only thing. But they already set up pre him that he's close to Cody. So if something happens to Nathan in quotes, that's set up. I really don't know. To tell you the truth, I have no real speculation. It's this storyline is so interesting and new. Ain't going any direction. I've not read anything, so I don't know how long he's back. She's back on contract. I have no idea. So I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do.
I mean, it would be interesting if, Ryan Pavey became the new like Jerry Jacks of sorts, where, we reveal whatever his deal is. Either he's been
Right,
brainwashed or he's got somebody else's brain inside his head. And he's there now for a little bit and then he goes away. And then if he's a bad guy, he comes back, every so often to kind of cause some mischief in
right.
town.
I don't know. I just think it's just that it's just very exciting. I don't know. I really have no idea where they're going with this. None.
Especially if they leave the door open that there is a way to save Nathan or bring back Nathan, would be interesting because then that at least gives him, if he pops in and out every few years, like a motivation for like, well, we can't completely hate him, and
Right,
because there's a way that we can save him if we can.
right.
Maybe, who knows?
No, no. Did I catch everything? Did we catch everything?
I think so.
I mean, no, did we catch everything? I think we did. I'm not sure. We missed a story or not. I think. So they were together. They're blah 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 blah.
I mean, we know that Isaiah is going to be taking Portia up to that cabin soon, so
Okay.
we're going to get to see that cabin, baby.
She'll give birth up there. Always a cabin, kids. Always a cabin.
I will be curious to see how long they drag this out before she reveals to either Curtis or Isaiah what the story is.
Preggers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Guess what?
Oh my god! Right? Okay. But it's funny. While you said some storylines are like, we need a new beat. Other ones are going fast, so maybe they're just next in line.
Yeah.
They
It's
seem to be
just
they seem to be kind of doing like this thing where it's like all of a sudden we're revealing and going straight full steam ahead. Maybe that's it.
that moment of Jason saying to Carly, "Nope, Josselyn is lying to you. She's a WSP agent," was the best. Oh, that I mean, to just be genuinely excited about a GH story beat. Man, it's been so long since I felt like that.
Well, for me, it was that and Sidwell because he came
Yeah.
out of nowhere. All of a sudden, he was on. It was like, oh, still, I saw the opening. Oh, he's on. And it's just that Drew just thought, oh, I'm a puppet master. I'm gonna just tell him what he done from him, and he gonna do it. And so it was like, here's the deal. I loved it. I just loved it.
What I like about that too is it could set up the possibility of Drew having to just swallow his vindictive nature and realizing that he needs to work with Jason and Sonny to be able to stop Sidwell, the people he hates the most, and now he's forced to work alongside him. So it's like, yeah, there's a reason why these two have stuck around for so long, Drew in Port Charles. So maybe best to, not burn bridges with them.
My enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
because
I feel
Drew
like,
was like,
yeah, I feel like we're only that has to be a turning point. We've set up too much that how much Drew hates the two of them to
yeah.
now have to set up a situation where he has to need their help. It seems too
Well, the thing
diluted.
is, you're right, and the whole thing is Sidwell is supposedly the bigger threat. That's been established. He's a he's a silently becoming the bigger threat, and that's why Marco is like trying to be all legitimate and everything. But that's you, Marco. Mm-hmm. And Luke's gonna find out. He's gonna, oh my, he's so angry. But folks, you gotta bring Perry Shea needs to come back. Sorry, Britt is there. She needs her best friend.
You know he'll be back for Nurse's Ball. You know it.
He has to be. He has
Yeah,
to be.
yeah,
He has to be, folks. I'm just saying he has to be back.
yeah. You can't have Britt in town while the Nurse's Ball is on and not have him surprise her with a
Right.
drop in and like let's tear this thing apart.
Has to back. He has to. I just think he just said. I think he just said they have chemistry. The two actors. It made just like, yes, we want Brad. I don't care if he's on for a short time or a long time. We need three because he really did grieve her. I mean, Perry Shea did a great job. I mean, he really did grieve his best friend. He was really upset. Him and Maxie, the whole thing with him and Maxie was never they never held out. But they're gonna be friends and stuff. And again, we still don't have Maxie. But folks, as you saw, if you haven't seen online, go to her page. She has a whole aneurysm. I mean, Frank, it's serious.
Yeah. It reading that article of that interview or woof, man.
I know, right? It's serious, folks. If you know what's going on, go to her page, go to Tweens Teeting on X or Kirsten Storms on other stuff. Her best friend is Emmy Ryland, who actually played the last Lulu. They're best friends. I'm pretty sure she's been by her side the whole time. I know they're that close.
Yeah.
It's real life comes in, and as I know personally myself, real life comes in and can change the course. But she sounds like she's a fighter, that she wants to really get through this, have the surgery, and come back to work. And so I really hope she does,
Yeah,
because Maxie is needed in half of these scenes. I mean,
for sure.
they mentioned on the show, it's weird without her, and we both know it's not her fault. Obviously, this is a bigger thing. So I'm really curious how they do this because she's the missing piece so far in all this. Her seeing Brett, her seeing Nathan. I mean, come on, there's a lot of stuff going on there. New sweater business too. Oh yeah, they're doing a whole new business they're doing. Also, yes, that's true. They've been crocheting or whatever. So, but I just want to give I love the actress and the character. I don't know her personally. I've never met her, but I just always loved. I loved her. Days of Our Lives as Belle. My kids love the Xenon movies. I watched them with them, and of course, she's just the perfect Maxie. She's just one of those, again, another national treasure, I think, for that age group.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and in a way, like we talked about last week too, like having her not there conveniently works for me for the story.
Right at the moment, yes,
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't want to, because Maxie's had a terrible string. Like, I suppose, like, of anybody in relationships on soaps, but I mean, from Nathan being killed first to then the whole thing that happened with your boy that you don't want to talk about, too many, like, I don't want to reprise that immediately. Like,
Austin, Gatlin
uh,
Holt.
oh, yeah, just like, just all these terrible relationships that just go south. So having Maxie not around to just possibly get sucked back into that kind of storyline, I'm okay with for now. But I agree, she does need to come back at some point.
Does she's missed, but we're rooting for you, Kirsten. Once you get better in Nashville, we have the best doctors that can help you and get you back on track. That's some serious. It's funny because I always forget that aneurysms, you can survive them sometimes if they don't burst. My
Right.
grandmother died of aneurysm. She didn't make it. She died in my mother's arms. So I don't. In our family, it's always been bad, but I know there are people who do survive them if they get them early enough and they're able to do this. Anything with brain surgery, it's always just kind of iffy. But
Yeah.
I don't think positive for them.
Uh, yeah. Because I feel like until she comes back, we're not really going to see a reveal of who Nathan really is or
Right,
what his real deal is.
right. But you're right. For now, it could be good. He takes James away. Everybody's upset. So when she comes back, it could be a really big thing. And Spinelli, we have to see that play out.
Yeah.
I mean, her coming back has such consequences for him. So this will be really good. So they would catch everything. Okay.
Uh, and we caught all that and chickenpox.
And chickenpox, kids. That's why I checked just now. At least, yes, I had chickenpox.
Oh.
I had them when I was 11. My mother got them with me when she was 32. Yes, I'm 56, kids. I'm not 32, so I am an old ass getting fucking chickenpox. But I'm okay. Nothing in my skin. I'm fine. I'm basically okay. Tomorrow night was my first night out in 7 days. So I'm going to support my chocolate twin. If you're in the LA area, I just want to make sure I mention this again. It is Tony Moore's last nightlife event ever in Los Angeles. So I'm going to just called Drag Me to Dinner. It's at West Hollywood Beaches. I'm going to see him perform and do all this little stuff and help usher him out. So
Oh, man, that's a shame.
it is. This is not a choice he wanted. It has been thrust on him. The area, I won't get into too much stuff, but just the area, who he is, also it's not working out. And 17 years is long enough to try. 17 years, I don't mind giving up on that after that. When you're a certain age, I don't mind that. So I'm with him on that, but I'm gonna go support him and see him. He has other things on the horizon he's working on outside of that, so we're gonna push it forward.
Still, I mean, 17 years, an incredible run.
Yeah, I agree with that also. Shout out to I saw some ex AfterBuzzers together. We had a bunch of reunions. Tony saw Jeffrey Graham because his wife was nominated at the Emmys yesterday for the Kelly Clarkson show. He's like, I saw Jeff Graham. I said, I'm like, of course, him and his wife Laura Palmer, who got me on Jimmy Kimmel. That's how they got me on Jimmy Kimmel. She now works for Kelly Clarkson in New York, so they were there because they were nominated, and Kelly won a few awards. That the show won a few awards. Also, two of my friends, Vito and what am I got his name all of a sudden? Oh my god, I forgot his name. They were together also in a weird kind of cosplay thing. They were together. So I just really shout out to them too. I haven't seen them in a while. So there's AfterBuzzers everywhere, just running around, clicking their heels 3 times. I don't know. They're doing whatever they're doing. They're out there. So just congratulations to them for all the stuff that we're all out to try and make it.
And somewhere Kevin Undergaro is just sitting there smiling, looking down on all of us.
That should be another name. Looking down is correct. Uh, another name I should not be mentioned on this channel either. Not to give him his props. He did help me out here, so a little here and there. So yes, we're here. And happy birthday to Alan Locker, my buddy, the locker room. I talked to him yesterday. Yeah, so he's made it another fabulous year. I love it. Congratulations to him on that. And again, all of the Emmy content, because I got the equipment. I'll be going through it the next couple of days, so be patient. Will be out on the Daytime Emmy Specials podcast. Not this one, not Wine Emmy Spotlight, not Beyond the Gates Emmy Spotlight. It will be on the Daytime Emmy Specials, JLJ Media. Make sure you're following that if you're doing audio. A video will be on this channel, obviously, under that playlist. I'll be releasing all behind the scenes, well, beyond the gates, no, all the content from the Emmys. I will be letting that out to all of you, little by little. So I have to go through it. I have to edit it. I have to look at it, make sure everything's out, add intros and outros, the whole thing. So I'll be working on that for the next couple of days. So stuff will be coming out.
Will you be also then giving your own personal asides to this? Like I would have asked this question.
That I'm not that bad, no. To hear all of my commentary will be on our Daytime Emmys Winner Special, and that is on Tuesday night. This Tuesday, Walter Ragsdale, Jerry Waggett, myself, and Candace Mack, who is on the red carpet, where we talk about the whole show, all the winners to see. This year, we do every year, who won the predictions. I can tell you right now, it wasn't me. So that's at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern, this Tuesday, October 21st.
Take no prisoners.
We take the we don't serve fools lightly, Frank. You trust and believe. We're going to tell you all the truth as we see it. So it's a lot of fun. So we're gonna do that. They're all on the East Coast. I'm here on the West Coast. It's kind of funny. So we don't have a good time talking about that. And belated birthday to our girl Lucretia Lyon. It was her birthday last week. She's doing her thing. So congratulations to her making another year. Speaking of that, I think that's it, Frank Moran. Yeah.
Well, you did not disappoint, James, when you said that you had a story to tell.
I told you. I got a story to tell, kids. My life will be a book one day. Trust me. We're gonna get out there. I already said if I die, all my journals can be published. There's a lot of shit talking in them. Trust me. I'll be dead. So. Put them all out. Put them all out. Make some money off of them. I name names, all kinds of stuff, Frank, in these journals. All kinds of stuff.
Who are you going to have do the audiobook of those?
I got an audiobook. Actually, I do have somebody in mind, actually. I do have somebody in mind. I like his voice. I do have somebody in mind. But I'll be dead, so you guys pick who you want.
Flabito?
He won't do. He don't like his voice. He don't like his own voice. So he won't do it. But that's why our friend Robert, who is on several audio dramas we work together, I like. He actually did 2 audio chapters of one of my books. I liked it.
Oh, nice.
And that's on the Real Story podcast. You listen to that, you can hear about my crazy life back in the day. That's it, kids. Frank said, "Happy go, Jackie." I'm everywhere else. At James Lott Jr. somewhere near you. Yes. We appreciate you guys showing up today. It's a nice little surprise for you guys. Thanks to Frank for joining me today, of course, to do this. It was last minute. I asked him a couple days ago. He said yes.
There's no place else I'd rather be.
I love it. And folks, the chicken pox is I'm fine, folks, at this point. I'm just salty. But that's fine. I'll be salty for that's why I have high blood pressure. I'm naturally salty. Everybody have a good week. We'll see you on Sunday.